and with your table come up with 3 top answers. So there's time for some discussion about it, okay? And then find one person who maybe writes it down, but also is willing to speak it out, so we go and listen to all the tables about it, okay? So one spokesperson per table. So the question is about leadership development. When it's about leadership development. And the question is, what is something that you see that needs more time and attention? So when it's about leadership development, for you, for your church, what needs more time and attention? And then the obvious answer is the 5 times E. I get that. But if you can come up with some other answers, that will be helpful as well. Right? So, because some people are really funny because envision. Yes, important. But what else? Besides that, when you think about leadership development, what needs more time and attention? Okay, that's the question. You can discuss and debate that at your team. Find your top 3 answers and have one spokesperson, please. Okay? Let's find out each table. What is your top 3 answer? When it comes down to leadership development, what needs more time and attention? It might be that there's the same answer, but that's fine. We can still listen to it. Yes, go ahead.
Okay, we are on. Cool.
Yes.
So, fellowship stroke relationship with the person. To develop somebody, you've got to have a greater level of relationship, greater
yes,
depth of
relationship.
We actually asked a number of the younger people who were here what they thought was needed. So one of the things was around offering opportunities to serve, so people having the ability to be involved, to be doing stuff. Obviously, the greatest is he who serves as well, so that ties in with that a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
And then a third one was constant encouragement.
Okay. Good one. Yes. Okay, thank you so much. Next table.
We spoke about scheduled appraiser of the team's goal, like regularly check, appraise how we're doing.
Yes. I'm just thinking, okay? If I look difficult, then I'm thinking. Okay? That's just how this works. Yeah, so...
So we've set goals of what we want to accomplish, but we regularly check in with each other as a team to see, okay, are we making progress?
Okay, check progress. Is that okay if I put it out like that?
Yes, please.
Okay, thank you. Because I do interactive things sometimes. Like I did it in Latvia with 100 Rema students. Yeah. And I did an interactive thing, but I had to tell them, give me just one word or one statement. This is not your preaching time. And I'm not saying that because of you. No. I'm not saying that because of you. I'm already preparing the other guys. Yeah, right? But go ahead.
No, Karen said we're done.
Like
accountability.
Sorry?
Accountability.
Oh, wow. Okay. Yeah. Yes.
Yeah, the third one is effective communication.
Ah, nice. Thank you.
So these aren't in particular order, but we've said about importance of training.
Training.
Yeah, just training people with actual skills they can go out and do.
Leadership
So you could
skills,
say-
training.
You could say
Yes.
equipping.
Thank you.
And then teaching them why, they're always going back to the why of why they're doing what they're doing. Keeping that why in front of people.
Yes.
And then there's some random thoughts really about just, I have to give you a whole sentence and maybe you can find a summary, David, but it's just more uploading, allowing people to go past just the hearing to kind of, like you mentioned, that upload where they can feedback and then they can go and do the gospel, do what the Bible says rather than just that consumerism. So action maybe, more action, like opportunities.
Yeah, it kind of feels like it's a group that belongs together. Would it be okay if I call it upload?
Yeah,
And then you said feedback, right?
did I? Action.
No? Action and
It's
then
like
feedback.
action, so let's say
No, like, you didn't say the word. I tried to
that's what
listen
you're
to the
hearing.
principle.
That's all right, David. It's okay. I received that. Yeah.
Action. I'll
Taking
put action.
Yeah.
Action.
Taking action. Brilliant. Well done. We did it together. Teamwork there, David. Appreciate that.
We were still on point 27 when we should have been deciding points 1 and 3. So I'm going to start off with skills training, including time management.
There we go.
Communication, giving feedback, constructive criticism. There's a bit of reflection in the conversation that, you know, sort of spiritual training and stuff like that is great, but actually for some of us training in communication would be very empowering and enabling.
Okay.
So there was that.
Communication. Yes.
We also discussed in lots of different ways empowering opportunities. Are people able to encounter infused vision carriers from different areas of church? Are they able to sort of get that kind of passion? And the last one was... Oh, is he? Hello.
No, that's okay. I'll try to work it.
I can wait. My wife's known where my pause button is for 20 years.
Vision carriers?
Yeah, so, you know, that opportunity to sort of, you know, catch something from people who are
Yeah.
involved in ministry. And then I think I've kind of summed this up, but, you know, if not, they'll tell me. Time, I've put time down as one of them, and in 3 particular areas that we've been discussing, time for envisioning, entrusting, and evaluating.
Okay, got it. Thank you. Yes.
We were saying something about sort of communication and in terms of understanding cultural differences and barrier and what we are communicating, we're sure that what we're saying is what they're hearing and what they're saying back to us is what we are actually hearing. So in terms of the engagement and everything, we're actually saying something and we're sure they're hearing what we are saying and they are communicating back to us and we're understanding what they think they're saying. That's sort of communication.
Thank you. I wrote down culture barriers. Is that okay? Is that? Oh, was that the top 3? Or I thought it was. Really? Oh, the same stuff? Oh, okay. Thank you.
Personal development, so people to actually personally seek for tools instead of just waiting for training.
Yes.
To find their own needs.
Personal development.
We also said about informal fellowship with no agenda, which I think it was Pastor Marcus said as well about fellowship. So yeah, and praying together.
Ah, nice. Words. Prayer. Yes. Go ahead.
Find out what your team can do, because you don't have to do all the thinking. Tap into what they know.
Okay, is that kind of same as upload?
I don't know, I can't read that.
Okay, it says upload.
Use the gifts and talents of the team members.
Yes. Thank you.
Always be looking out for those who are willing and able to be developed as leaders, future leaders.
Yes, eyes open
Yep.
for new leaders, right?
Yep.
One more?
And develop a culture of pass it on. So if you learn something, go and teach somebody else within the group. You know, you as the leader don't have to do all the teaching, because you've got
Right.
a whole team there.
Yeah. Teach it together. Okay. Yes, go ahead.
Okay, so from our table, we felt that although it is said a lot, I'm not sure the whole of the church has got that everybody is a potential leader, from as we have been talking about here. So it's that envisioning piece, making sure that it's said often enough and they get it, so that this place should be twice the size next year, if you like. Hang on, lost my notes. The second one was.
So I need to write down the first one.
Yeah, all right. All right.
Wait a second.
Cut the sermon down. So
Double trouble? Is that?
Envision leaders. Envision the whole church as leadership. So
Okay. Yes,
yeah.
I get that. Yes.
And then the second one is learn to recruit,
Yes. Recruit.
because we always seem to be short of people on teams.
Yep.
And then train the trainers, if you like. So the leaders need to be equipped to build their teams. So they.
Yep. Equippers. Thank you.
So we had a lot of the same stuff, but communication was one of ours. A reminder that we're all on the same team, even if there is a dispute or if you're coming at it from different directions, that you all have the same goal.
Okay.
And then our final one was encouragement when empowering, to help fight against that false negative assumption. So rather than saying, I'm giving this to you, and people thinking, oh, it's a test, he's seeing if I'm doing this, but it's no, I believe in you. I believe you can do this. I'm not testing you to watch you fail, but I'm giving you this to see you succeed, and just encouraging that, so that people aren't thinking, oh no, I'm in trouble, or oh no, I've done something wrong.
Encouragement and trusting. Right? Okay. Yeah.
All right, a lot has been said already, but what we came up with, the first one is servant leadership. Servant leadership. Jesus model.
Servant leadership.
Yes, Jesus model.
Jesus model. Wow.
Should I go on?
Yeah.
Right. Fun, fellowship, and relationship.
Is that the same as this one?
Well, if you put it all together, it becomes more powerful. Fun, fellowship, and relationship. Just trying to make a point.
Yes.
Yeah. Fun, fellowship,
Fun, fellowship,
and relationship.
relationship, to give them opportunities, constant encouragement, check progress.
I have one more. Culture of trust. You have to build culture of trust at every level of leadership.
Oh, wow.
Yes, both ways. The top leader trusting the next level of leaders, that next level of leaders, trusting those who are after them, and so on and so forth, and all the way back up. And do we have a bonus point?
Yes, you do.
We love you.
So we've pretty much, everything's pretty much covered, but some of the things that we've got is culture by design, knowledge of the actual Bible, of actual God, because in order to lead, you have to have knowledge so that you are leading in truth.
Increase knowledge.
Yeah, and we've got listening. So a great leader is able to listen and take in what the followers are saying, the team members are saying,
Yep.
and character development.
That's a good one. That's everybody? That's it? No kidding. Look at this. Look at this. Like, one question, so many answers. So many answers, and you listen to one another and you think like, oh, wait a second. We thought we had a good top 3, but that answer is appealing to me right now. And if that's happening, then take that home. Take that to your leadership team. Take that to your church. Develop that. Do your homework. Develop yourself. Right? Because it's easy for us to say, get a strategy. How? It's easy for us to say, develop yourself as a leader. How? Like, what does that even mean? Right? But when we do stuff like this, just one question, and we gather all the info and all the facts here of that you all say, right? Because there's a lot of blue on the whiteboard, which kind of reveals we still need more leadership development. Right? That's okay, that is fine, because that is always the case, but it's more helpful that we find out, okay, where do I need help? Right? And that we can see, like, what is jumping out for me right now. And it might be your own answer, it might be someone else's answer. And this is how I believe that is helpful, even for doing this for your team or for your church. Do the same principles, like give them space to speak. Right? Because in churches it is always like the teacher is teaching, the preacher is preaching, kind of deal. I'm just saying this because we are so used to, especially us in the Western world, we're so used to this setting as what we do now. Like one guy or woman is standing there and is instructing. It's either teaching or preaching, right? And that is what is known in the world as the Greek style of education. Okay? But there is also a Hebrew style of education. And that is, yes, Jesus was teaching and preaching to people. Amen? Yes, he was teaching and preaching in the synagogues, right? But he was spending time with his team and sitting down and said, listen guys, let's sit and talk and meet each other eye to eye and really find out, how are you doing? How is it going? What is working? What is not working for you? How come? Let's find out. And then it's not me, the leader, that maybe has the answer, but if he's stuck somewhere, maybe you have the answer. As a leader, you don't have to have all the answers. Because that is creating a level of stress in your mind, and it's illogical. And it doesn't work like that. But how important is it? Just think about if you had a leader and that meets you eye to eye and in the team, and you create a setting where we can learn together. Because everything, any issue in the church, no matter what, right? We're behind evangelism. Oh, evangelism. Okay, well, put evangelism on the table and say, what does that even mean, evangelism? Because if I would ask you guys, what is evangelism? Maybe you have a very different answer than you have. But it's not that one answer is right and the other one is wrong. It's a different perspective on a matter. And in the Hebrew style of learning and education, which is more like this, it is so much easier for people to speak up. This is creating more the setting of I'm speaking and you're listening. Right? I'm okay with that, but I know it's just a form. You know? So team meeting A is development meeting, right? Team meeting B is the business meeting, the agenda. We go over the points, who's going to do what and where and when. But we need to have meetings as well, especially with your leadership team, where you as a leader just sit down and you drop some 1 or 2 questions. Look at how many answers we get from one question. And we could keep going on with this, right? And this is just a start, because if I look at these answers, I get tempted to spend another day here, because if someone says, we need to raise up accountability, then I have questions in my mind. How? What is your perception of accountability? Oh, accountability. That's a good one. Bring it to the team. Guys, I want to talk about accountability. I put it on the table. I say accountability. What comes to mind? How do you look at it? How can we increase this in our team? How can we increase accountability in the church? Collect the data. Collect the facts. Collect the info. Yes, you as a leader, you have thoughts too, right? But it's so important that the team speaks first. Give them the room. Give them 1, 2, 3, 4 questions. Asking questions is a skill, but it's actually not that difficult, because if there is an issue at church, how many churches here have no issues? Okay, so there are issues that you can put on the table and discuss it with your team, right? And even discuss it maybe with other people from church. Like, how do they look at it? How can we solve this problem together? You know, there are always 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 answers that you think like, yes, yes, right? And it's not you, the leader, that has to come up with all those kinds of answers. That's a pitfall. Sorry?
You're setting the direction, but they're coming up with the methods.
Yes, exactly. Yes, exactly. Right? So accountability is one of those major words, but we have to see what do people mean by saying that word. It can be different to all people. And then you can work, okay, how are we going to do this? How are we going to increase all of this? Can you see what I'm saying here? And I think we as churches, especially in the Western world, we can learn much more from that Hebrew style of learning. It is a lot more fun too. I know we're always in the Western world, we're always kind of in a rush. Okay, we're going to do a business meeting, and then it doesn't go, and we get a little, we wanted to have a meeting like an hour, hour and a half, now it's 2 hours, okay. Yeah, okay, but you know, I know this, that if you do the Hebrew style of team meeting, and you develop your team by asking them the questions, put it out on the table, your business meeting goes faster. But it's a lot more fun to look each other in the eye. It's a lot much more fun to think as a leader, I don't have to have all the answers, but I'm a collector. I facilitate this meeting, but I'm a collector. Just look at this. Just look at the amazing answers here on the whiteboard. Right? So I hope that's inspiring for you. I hope it's a method that you can take with you. I hope you have learned something today. I had a great time. Thank you so much.